Italian Wine Podcast. Chin Chin with Italian wine people.
This podcast is brought to you by Native Grape Odyssey. Native Grape Odyssey is an educational project financed by the European Union to promote European wine in Canada, Japan, and Russia. Enjoy. It's from Europe.
Hello, this is the Italian Wine Podcast with me, Monty Waldin. My guest today is Diana Di Santo. Diana works for Tenute I Balzini, which is in Barberino Val D'Elsa in the Chianti region of Tuscany.
Yeah, correct. Perfect.
Right.
We are in Chianti area, and we are between Florence and Siena, but we don't produce any kind of Chianti. We only produce IGT wines, Supertuscan wines.
But you have Sangiovese, right?
Yeah, we have Sangiovese.
So why do you not use the Chianti DOCG and you use the Toscana EGT or the Toscana denomination instead?
Because it's our philosophy. When my father started 40 years ago, this winery was an hobby, and we only produced 4,000 bottles in total. And he decided to decide by himself the blend of the wines. So he didn't want to follow any rules, don't produce DOCG wines, no Chianti, but to choose by himself what to put in the wine.
So did he already? So presumably he had when he started the winery, he had Sangiovese.
Yeah,
and then he planted other varieties, Tuscan varieties or Bordeaux varieties?
No, we started to plant Merlot and Sangiovese and Cabernet Sauvignon immediately. With only 2 hectares, we put all these vineyards. So we start to produce immediately a blended wine with Sangiovese, Cabernet and Merlot, because our ground is more ideal to grow this kind of grape.
So whereabouts is Barberino Val D'Elsa?
It's in the heart of Tuscany. It's between Florence and Siena, in the middle.
So
40 minutes from each.
Okay, so roughly what altitude are you, La Quata?
About 325 meters.
And your main soil?
Tufaceous ground.
Tufa?
Yeah, tufo.
So in terms of food friendliness, what does the tufa give in terms of texture? Okay, to your EGT.
Yeah, tufo is ideal for the Merlot. That's why we choose to do Super Tuscan, because Sangiovese prefer a kind of rock soil.
Why is it good for Merlot then?
It's good for Merlot because it gives a good like salty to the wines,
salinity,
to the grape.
yeah,
that's what. And it expresses better himself with this salty ground.
So what are your main markets for your wines, given that they've got this sort of in virgolette, in inverted commas, international expression in the sense that they're French Tuscan blends?
Our main market is for sure the United States, and we have a lot of private customer because we have a very little production. We produce wine for collectors, for wine lovers, so we have a lot of private customer all over the world, and when we export the wine, we export mainly to the United States.
What about the ageability of what's your flagship wine?
We have 2, I Balzini White Label and I Balzini Black Label. Both are wines that goes on the market 5 years after the harvest and are ideal for a long aging, 20-25 years at least.
What's the difference between the two in terms of blend and winemaking?
The white label is 50% Cabernet Sauvignon, 50% Sangiovese. The black label is 50% Cabernet Sauvignon, 50% Merlot. That's the main difference. But they do the same aging.
Okay, and do you have a consultant-oenologist?
Yeah, we have. She's a woman. We are all women in the winery. Is Barbara Tamburini, that is known as the magician of Merlot.
Okay, she's also flies fighter planes. You know that? It's one of her hobbies. Fighter aircraft, aeroplanes that are used in the military.
Oh.
Yeah, you got to ask her next time you see her.
Oh, maybe.
Tell her you saw Monty.
Yeah, I don't know.
And ask how her flying lessons are going, okay? Honestly, you've got to ask her about that.
Okay.
Okay, but my guess is that your wine, if Barbara Tamburini is your oenologist, these are not going to be stereotypical, heavy, oaky red wines. They're going to be wines that are lighter, intense, but not really difficult to drink. Is that true?
No, our wines are powerful wine, but very elegant. We don't want to have woody wines. We only use the wood to get more power, to enforce the fruity of the wines, the flavors of the wines, but we want to have very, very elegant wines that are easy to drink, even if in the most difficult
vintages.
Yeah, vintages, perfect.
How do you see the future of Merlot in Chianti when in your area when it seems that temperatures are rising?
I don't know. I have my finger crossed.
Okay. I mean, are you really noticing differences in when the Merlot comes in after you've picked it in the winery?
Not yet. For now, I think that higher temperature is getting more power to this Merlot. We do a very hard work to harvest at the perfect moment. We don't care about if it's September, August. So we check day by day when we are close to the maturation, the grapes, so to pick up in the perfect moment.
Okay, and also I guess the fact that you have soil that is tufaceous, that also holds and absorbs water.
Yeah, but our wines, our vineyards are
on steep slopes.
Yeah. So the water go away, and in the winter they take the water, and then when they don't need it anymore, the water flow.
Okay, and who is your successor? Who in the family will take over from you?
I'm almost by myself now, but there is a family-run winery, so my father built it, my mother led it for 14 years, and now they are helping me to go on with the winery. Okay,
Diana Di Stanto from the Tenuta I Balzini. Wish you every success in the future and good luck with your Merlot in North America.
Thank you.
This podcast has been brought to you by Native Grape Odyssey, discovering the true essence of high-quality wine from Europe. Find out more on nativegrapeodyssey.eu. Enjoy. It's from Europe.
Follow Italian Wine Podcast on Facebook and Instagram.